And we are live. Welcome to the Slob Show. What's up, broker?
Yay. What's up?
What's going on in your world today?
Just working hard, busy, crazy. It's just one of those days. I mean, it was a good day, but it's just one of those days where like everything that you've been waiting to happen just all happens in the same day.
Oh, so good
So,
stuff
so,
happened,
so
but it was
yeah,
overwhelming.
but yes, overwhelming. And then now you've got to prioritize everything, right, to get it done.
Well, Roker, I missed you in Chicago this past weekend.
Did you?
It was Easter. I mean, what am I
Yeah,
going to do?
I live here all the time. I was reachable.
Well, Saturday, of course, I had to watch WrestleMania. So if
Yes,
you
I'm
weren't
sure
down
that.
for that, I got two
Were,
words for you.
were you still in Chicago for the Sunday WrestleMania, or were you on a flight back for Sunday
Yeah.
WrestleMania?
No, so I went to Easter at my aunt's house in New Lenox, which is actually kind of close to you, right?
Yeah, it is. So yeah, no, never mind. Yeah,
But I
New
had no
Lenox,
car.
yeah.
I had no car, so my brother had to, schlep me around.
Gotcha.
And then I watched WrestleMania there for a little bit, and then after. So
Gotcha.
I fly back on Mondays because I'm on in the afternoon. So I fly early and you gain 2 hours coming back
Right.
to the West Coast.
Right. So you take like a early morning flight. You're
Yeah,
probably back at 11 o'clock in the morning or something.
yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, it works out perfect for the flight back. I will tell you, Roker, that I'm now A-list.
Oh wow, you've been taking a lot of flights then.
Yeah. So did you know on A-list you don't have to check into your flight?
Yeah, I had the opportunity last year I could have for well, it wouldn't have been maybe a few more than a few $100, but I could have gotten the A-list. But the problem is I'm not flying enough to use my Southwest Companion Pass, let alone,
What a waste.
well, it's just the gig is such. I wish if I were still doing morning radio, dude, I'd be in Vegas every 8 weeks, right?
Every 8 weeks.
Because I would just, I mean, that was just like a ritual, like 5 times a year. Be like,
You and I went quite a bit together.
get off the air and go straight to Midway Airport and catch like an 11:30 flight.
Yeah.
And then you're in Vegas at like 1:30 in the afternoon, and then come back on Sunday, and next thing you know, you're on the air at 5:30 in the morning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But man, I need to go. I haven't been to Vegas. I went for one day, like last year, and that's it. When I was coming here, I stopped in Vegas. I haven't been to Vegas in a long time, like a proper Vegas trip. That's why we need to do the Slob Show meetup in Vegas.
That would be nice if I could kind of schedule it. Vegas has gotten extremely expensive.
Everything is.
But Vegas is like really expensive.
No, but I mean everything in Vegas, not just the room.
That's what I'm saying. The drinks, the meals, it used to be Vegas was cheap food, buffets, like everything was to keep you in the casino, right? Yeah, we'll do a lost leader and have a cheap buffet and you just stay in the casino. Now it's, oh, we lost so much money during the pandemic that we're going to charge you more for the rooms. We're going to charge you resort fees. All the food's going to be expensive. Everything's,
One of my favorite
no perks.
One of my favorite moments ever was when you and I were both trying to get our platinum cards with Harrah's, and we went to the Horseshoe and we were playing roulette, and you pulled out
ass handed to me,
and you pulled out like 3,000 cash, and you're like, you were putting down like green chips on every number just so that the pit boss would see it and then rate you as a player who's spending like $500 a spin. But I don't think it worked out in your favor because you said you got your ass kicked.
No, and it was like a Tuesday afternoon or something. It was brutal. It was awful. It was awful. It's funny that the days like that. I mean, I can still remember days when it was like from 30 years ago where I would come down to Joliet and I was like on V103 or whatever, and it would be
Yeah.
like the opening of the Empress Casino, the boat. And this is when the boats would actually go out. You have to leave the dock.
That's crazy. See, I
And
never experienced that.
and then I would go out on the thing and like I would lose like $600. And I'm like, what am I gonna do now? It's like
Ah.
I got this thing's out on the water for 2 hours, 2 more hours. I'm broke.
So it would go back and forth, what, like every 4 hours?
Like every like couple of hours. So it's like so it's kind of like so the way the rules were in Illinois, for it to pass through the legislature, it's like, okay, we can have casinos, but they can't be land based. So
So dumb.
you waited in the dock and then you boarded, and then the boat actually would take off and it would go out for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then come back. And then it would come back and you could stay on the boat or get off. And I remember the first time I went to this would have been 1990, maybe. It was a long time ago. Uh, and me and my boy Harry B, if you're listening, what's up, brother? We went to the first ever casino boat that opened. It was a
Wow.
big deal because it was the first ever gambling that was outside of Las Vegas or Atlantic City. Those were the only two places where you could gamble
And
legally.
this was in Chicago?
No, this was in Davenport, Iowa.
Oh, okay.
It was the it was the President Riverboat Casino, and Franco Harris was there. He was very nice. Talked to him for a while. They gave you $200. You would go to the casino cage. You give them $200. They would give you 10 $20 tickets, and you would take these tickets and like say you were going to play blackjack. You tear off like $40 and
Oh
give
my
them
god. So there are no
$40
chips
in
or anything.
tickets, and they give you $40 in chips. $200 was it. That
Oh,
was
that
all
so
you
you
could
could only do
spend,
200 per person.
period. Correct.
Wow.
Slots, table games, $200 limit.
Jeez. Well, that's horrible.
Yeah, right. Now I can turn on YouTube and see people doing $1,200 spins on a slot
Yeah.
machine.
I
Right.
remember when you would get those things in the mail, and I would get between 3 and 8 free nights at Vegas, and I didn't even play that much. Like, they would give any moron, like, free nights. It's all they back then, it was just about getting them into the casino. Now they're trying to make money off the rooms with all that bullshit resort fees and all that stuff, which I can't stand. But, back in the day, they just wanted you in the hotel. So I remember getting 6 nights, and then I would get 6 nights with MGM, then I would get 6 nights with Harris. So, like, you could really go for like 10 or 12 nights if you wanted for free.
I would go down there with Claire, and I've gone down there where I had a room at like Paris, a room at Harrah's, and a room at like the Wynn.
Yeah, I remember that because you said you want to
All
be
at the
close
same
to the
time.
rooms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like all at the same time. So I'd be like, well, if I went down to this end of the strip and I got too drunk, I'll just stay in this hotel. If I'm
That's
over on
awesome.
that end of the strip and I get too drunk, I'll just stay in the room in this hotel.
You and I did that once. You and I went to Vegas and you got 2 rooms. And the second room we never even went into once. I think you had to go in and check out or something.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You're like, I have to check out of the Mirage, my room at the Mirage.
And that's why one of the reasons I would go so often to Vegas was because I'm like, well, I can try and book a vacation, like a real vacation, right? We can go to Jamaica, or we can go to, wherever. And or I can have a completely free room in Vegas
And like a
and
$120 round trip flight.
probably some free play or a free gift or something, and then the opportunity to possibly win money,
And
right?
free food too, free buffets, everything.
Right. So that's why I would go to Vegas all the time, but not so much anymore. I
It was
was
so fun back
when we went to Vegas last December, I was like, shit, this makes the cruise we took the year before look cheap. And I was shocked at how expensive the cruise was and the excursions and stuff. And but that all seemed cheap compared to Vegas. You talk about really Vegas. Like I always used to say like money has no value in Vegas. Like you get to Vegas and you're throwing $100 bills around or $20 bills or whatever type of bills that you're not used to throwing around. You're throwing them around. You get back home, you're like, I wonder if I can run in here for 5 minutes without putting a quarter in the meter.
yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
So, but yeah, now in Vegas, it's just like, it's ridiculous. So you're A list already on Southwest for the year. I am Diamond Plus already at Caesar's Rewards already for the year.
Diamond?
Diamond Plus.
So you're right beneath the real degenerates. What's that called? The super degenerate card?
Well, now there's even more degenerate levels, right? So it's like it's gold, then platinum. Believe me, there are days where I remember being there on New Year's Eve trying to get to platinum, so I wouldn't have, so I could get some free rooms or whatever.
How much
And
money do you have to bet at Caesars to get the Diamond Plus card? Go ahead, Rooker. Sorry, continue while I'm looking this
so
up.
there's gold, platinum, diamond, diamond plus, diamond elite, then 7 stars.
Okay, 7 stars. Okay. So Roker, this can't be there's so Diamond Plus is 25,000 tier credits, okay?
Yep.
You just got that. That's over 12 months you got that, right?
No, I've had it. I had that like by April 1st.
According to this, no, this isn't wins or losses. All it's people don't understand. To get these cards, it's just about play. So, like, if I go play blackjack and I play $10,000 worth of hands and I break even, it doesn't count. It just counts as 10,000. Like,
No,
and if I
it,
win 100,
it counts because it's how much money you're putting through,
yeah.
right?
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you don't have to lose or win. It just matters how much you bet.
Right,
So,
right.
according to this Roker, for you to get what you currently have, you would have had to play. Now, I'm not saying win or lose, but play $125,000. Have you played 100? Are you that big of a degenerate?
No, they have like some multiplier days and stuff like that.
But still,
will you get like 5 times credits or something?
oh, okay.
So yeah, currently I have 29,362 tier credits.
Okay, well, you're
it's April
50,000 away from
25th.
Diamond Elite, so
Correct, but I still have 8 months to do it. I'm definitely on track. I'm on pace. Now here's
how much
the
do
thing.
you play? Jesus, I didn't know you were playing this much.
Okay, so here's the thing, Abe, and anyone else who is using, playing Caesar's
God, damn.
rewards, because
Oh, is Claire
everybody,
using it too?
Claire's like, it's like, how'd you do? I'm like, eh. It's like you don't want to know. You don't want to know. And so the first thing is whatever casino you're playing at. If you're in Vegas, if you're in New Orleans, if you're in Chicago and you started going to Bally's or you started going to, you go to Four Winds or any of these casinos, make sure you get the player's card.
Now,
Because
Bobby from Edgewater just put out my daughter's 21st birthday in June. Any Vegas hacks? Roker, actually, you're just going into those right now. So go ahead.
yes, I'm going into these Vegas hacks now. So make sure don't ever, play in a casino without having the player's card and putting down your player's card. There's a myth that like, oh, well, if I put my player's card in the machine and I win, then they know I've won. And so the next time they're going to make the machines tight on me, right? That's not the case. They are tracking your play because they want your loyalty, right?
Yeah.
So they do want to see what you're playing. The key with Caesars, and if anybody wants to chime in because they play mostly at like MGM or something like that, but the key with Caesars is With slots, you can actually see right there on the slot machine what constitutes a point, right? So $5 in is 1 point.
Jesus.
$10 in
God damn.
$10 in video poker is 1 point.
And you wait,
$5 in
real quick. And you
slots
have
is 1
29,
point.
you have 29,000 points.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
So, but they you can't keep track if you're playing table games. It's kind of up to the casinos to
Mhm.
track how much you're playing and for how long you're playing, and then they decide how many points that is worth. Okay? So that's why I like to play the slots and play. I haven't played a table game all year. Even when I went to Vegas in December, I don't think I played one table game, which was odd. I'm like, I didn't play any table games, but because I can't keep track of how the points go. And again, it's not what you win or lose; it's what you circle through. So if you put $100 in the machine and you're on that machine for 30 minutes, you may have played $300
Oh yeah, easily.
or $400 through, and you'd be getting those points.
So for your 29,000 points, how much money do you think you lost or won? I know you didn't win.
Well, they give you you can get your winning and loss statements at the end of the year.
Did you get it?
I did not look. I did not look.
I'm guessing you didn't win though.
I mean, you probably don't come out ahead at the end of the year,
And what do
but
you get for the Diamond
that's
Plus?
okay. So Diamond Plus
What
is
do you get for the Diamond Plus? Good, sorry.
so I get free rooms, no resort fees.
Wait, what?
Um,
You always get free rooms anytime you go?
I should have at least, and this I should have at least 5 or 6 nights free, and this is outside of any offers or anything like that. Um, and then let's see, like I said, no resort fees. Some of the casinos will have. They used to be called diamond lounges. They used to have diamond
Oh
lounges in
yeah.
all of them, but
You
they
and I
don't
went
have.
to the one at the Horseshoe all the time.
Yeah, but now they don't have the diamond lounges in Vegas. They're called Laurel lounges.
Mm.
So you can go in there and get free food and stuff like that, and it's and they send me a lot of mailers and stuff.
So you don't get much for all
Well,
that
you
money.
get it's not it's you gotta. I mean, it would take too long to go over all the things that you get, but
Do you still
depending
have
on
all that money on your Caesar's card with all the points? How much do you
yes,
currently how much do you have? Because you had a lot.
uh, 383,934 reward credits.
And that's worth what, like 3 grand or 30 grand?
That's probably $3,800 in
That you
like
could just buy any.
if I were to just like cash that out, it would probably be $3,839. Or I can use it to buy gifts or use it for food credits or use it for free play or whatever.
You're a dream client for a casino because they want someone like you that's dedicated. You're dedicated. All you care about is points. Jersey Mike's. You have currently, I'm guessing, enough points to get 20 king subs, 20 large
Probably,
subs.
yes, something like that. Yeah.
And you said in your will, you're leaving me your Jersey Mike's points, right? That's all I want.
I do not have a will, but yeah, we can make some arrangements. There'll be sure, yeah. At the funeral there'll be Jersey Mike's served.
That's a good idea. Actually, you know what? Let Claire do that. That would be hilarious.
Well, hopefully not anytime soon.
No. Let's say 50 years from now. But
Okay,
that would be very funny if Claire said the food is courtesy
it's
of
courtesy of Jersey Mike's, and
that would be so funny.
Did she? I guarantee you, everybody at the funeral will be getting a parting gift from all the crap that I've brought home from the radio station for the
Uh,
last
here's
35 years.
a signed Duke Ellington baseball.
Here's a Sex in the City season
DVD set.
3 on VHS.
So okay, so I flew Southwest, and while I was flying home, I got an Amazon alert that said I had a package delivered, right? And
Okay.
you know how they send you the picture of your porch, right? You see the package, and I noticed on the picture there was a pizza sitting next to my Amazon package
Okay.
on my porch. So I was like, "Whoa!" I could see on the picture that it said DoorDash. So they obviously accidentally delivered a pizza to my house when I was gone. And I said, how long could Porch Pizza sit where you could still eat it?
Well, wait a
And I
minute.
was
First of all, how did a pizza get delivered to your house?
they put it in the wrong address. I live in an apartment, and each apartment has its own staircase, so they put it in front of the wrong house.
See, the way I think, I'm thinking, okay, so this is some scammer trying to gauge whether or not you're home or not.
Oh, I
Because
didn't
there's
think about
no
that.
telltale sign that you're not home for pizza to be sitting outside your front door for 3 days.
I think it was really delivered by mistake. It had some guy's name on it who it was for, David something.
Okay.
And so I was thinking about eating it. I'm like, I'm gonna eat if it was delivered Sunday night, I was planning on eating it. But when I got back, it was delivered actually Saturday. So it was sitting there like 48 hours.
Okay, couple of questions. I mean, the ultimate final answer here is obviously don't eat it.
Is
Okay?
it? Is that the
But
answer?
so was this left outside or was it left inside?
Outside the porch.
And
This is
what's
what it looked like when I opened it up.
okay, so what's the weather outside? I'm assuming it wasn't like 32 degrees.
It was a little bit cooler, and then it was like it got a little bit hot. This is what I saw when I got there. There was a salad and two pieces of pizza.
Yeah, see, the thing is with a stomach like yours, a gut like yours, um yeah, you would have been in really bad shape had you
But
eaten
I
that.
think I think I think I could have ate that, right? Like, look, it looks
Well,
beautiful.
no, well, I wish Claire were here because she's taken many a food safety class over her career because she's had to. Um, and I'm sure that anyone listening or watching right now who has worked, in the service industry has had to take, you know, safety classes. And when it's been left out that long, dude, there's too many. It's not worth it. It's
I mean, there
dude,
could
it's
have been
really, it's not worth it.
spiders and bugs but it looked pretty nice when I opened it up. That was I
Yeah,
mean,
but
how
it's
long would
not.
you
It's not worth it.
I think the number is 12 hours, right?
Well, it's technically no. I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly what the number is, and I would be lying to you. I'd be lying to you if it weren't like we order food. We've ordered food in the past, and then we put it in the microwave or something to keep the cat away from it. Um, and then the next morning I'll get up and I'll go, "You put that food away, right? Put it in the fridge, right?" No. I'm like, oh,
On
and you
Instagram
know
right
me,
now.
I don't throw away anything. So it's
No.
like I'd be lying to you if I told you I haven't eaten if I were to tell you I didn't eat 12-hour-old pizza that was inside the house
Yeah,
before.
inside the house, but not
Not
sitting on the
but
porch.
not sitting outside the house. No,
Hey,
because
by the
I
way,
can
if you're
control the environment inside the house.
yeah, there's no raccoons or whatever. On Instagram, if you're in Chicago, O's Barber Lounge, that's the top barber in Chicago. Check him out. He was my barber there. Lined up the beard. You see how the beard doesn't look as nice anymore? He's not lining me up anymore because I'm in California. O's Barber
Ah,
Lounge on Instagram, but he said just add mayo. So
there you go.
uh,
There you go.
Bobby said it was in the danger zone too long. He said he's a manager at a restaurant. So um, Christian on Instagram is saying the oven might kill the germs.
Well, I mean, in theory, like, yeah, cooking things kills bacteria, but again, you have no control over what has happened to that pizza while it's been sitting outside. Dude,
Yeah.
you wouldn't okay, if it weren't on your doorstep and it was just sitting on somebody else's doorstep, you wouldn't pick it up and eat it.
No, I probably would.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if it looked like this, look at this. Look how beautiful. I mean, this is what it looked like when I threw it in the garbage. Like I felt bad throwing it in that dumpster right there.
Yeah, well, you'd have felt a lot worse if you had gotten sick as a dog off of it.
I'll
Well,
tell
look
you
at
this.
that.
I mean,
You got some free coupons out of it, and
exactly.
you can
I need
always
to,
go back and see how good their pizza really is.
I will tell you, I will go to the Celestino's place because it does look good. I mean, look at that. It looks really good. God, I almost ate it, but I'm like,
You did the right
48
thing
hours.
by not eating it. And like you were saying, somebody from the restaurant was saying it's been past the danger. So I mean, they have very strict regulations as to temperatures that food has to stay at. Buffets, temperatures that food have to stay at for it to be in a safe zone where bacteria doesn't grow. Because that's a whole nother thing. If you own a restaurant and somebody gets sick off of your food,
Well, Scott turned out okay,
right?
and he said my mom always left pizza on the stove for 2 days, and it was still good. Look, he turned out just fine.
I'm sure. I'm sure he did. Well, he's listening to us, so that's debatable.
That's true. Joseph is saying 2 hours. 2 hours. That's not enough. Come on, Joseph.
Joe John, what's up, brother?
Joe
Um,
John's on here?
that's gotta be. I'm thinking that's Joe John.
No, that's not Joe John.
I think so.
No, that's a different guy.
Okay.
This is Joseph Christopher
Ah,
Johnson.
gotcha.
Joe John, one of our old Q101 friends. Uh, Someone saying heat it up to 500. I mean, if you heated it up to 500, honestly, it would kill everything. Wouldn't it? Or no?
Not worth it. Not worth it.
So what would possibly be on there? Would it be mold?
Bacteria.
Oh, okay. You can't kill bacteria with a little hot oven?
Eh, again, bacteria on the low end. You don't know what anybody could have possibly done to that food while you were gone. Now, probably nothing was done to it. It probably is exactly as you thought. It just like was delivered to your house, sat on your porch,
No one put
and
their balls on it or anything?
yeah, nothing. Nobody else touched it
Wow.
or did anything to it.
And
Right?
how about this? How about this too? What shitty neighbors I have that they see a pizza outside my door for 2 days and they don't think to do a
They
wellness
just
check
leave
on
it.
me?
They just leave it. Right?
Ah,
No
fuck
wellness. Yeah, that's true. No wellness check.
fuck him. He's either dead or he's fine. Fuck that pizza. No one even thought to grab the pizza too. Like it just shows how they don't pay any attention. Like you're if you live in an apartment building, you're in it for yourself. No one gives a fuck. It's not like you have a house where your neighbor might notice something. If you're in an apartment, for the most part, it's a free for all.
Do you know your neighbors?
I like hi.
But
You
you
know,
don't know them well enough for you to look out for them or them to look out for you.
I mean, I looked out for my neighbor because there was a guy trying to sell uh, gas or whatever or energy, like like fake ComEd. You ever see when they come door
Oh,
to
yeah,
door and they're
yeah,
trying
yeah, 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 yeah.
and I heard him. I heard through the door he was signing up for it, and I came outside. I'm like, hey, just so you know, this guy is scamming you. I said that, and the guy's like, whoa, 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 and the guy got all scared and he like left. And
Wow.
I'm like, did you tell the building that you're going door to door? He's like, we sent an email, and I'm like, you see how he's reacting here?
No,
And the guy said, thank you so much, thank you so much. So I did look out for him in that case, which was very nice.
well, that's good. That is very nice of you. That is very nice of you. Yeah. So maybe make some friends in the building. So the next time, at least the next time you're in Chicago and a pizza gets delivered to their house, to your house, they at least do a wellness check.
Yeah, you would hope.
Because an Amazon package saying laying there for a day or two says maybe I'm not home.
Yeah, not a
Food
pizza.
food lying there means something's probably wrong.
And it was called the Tom Jones slice also.
Why was it
It looked
called?
delicious.
It didn't look unusual to me.
And a Caesar salad. Orlando is saying it would have been funnier if the pizza was gone, but the package was still there. That would have been interesting. If I got there, I'm like, who's the piece of shit that took my pizza?
The
Even though
pizza
it's not
and
mine.
the pizza and the package were still there.
Everything. And I only saw the pizza because I got the picture of the package. Now, Roker, we talked about this last week. Your go-to technique used to be going to pizza places and asking them, hey, do you have any extra pizzas? Right.
Got any pizzas no one picked up?
And
Yep.
then here's my question. Uh, would they give you a discount or would you ask for a discount to get one of these pizzas?
I would either give them a price, I'd say like, I'll give you $10 for it.
You would negotiate. It was like Pawn Stars.
Or right. Yeah, right.
Like
Exactly.
20 bucks,
Um,
20 bucks.
you know, so yeah, that's what I would do. Like, it's like, I don't want to wait for a pizza and you don't want the pizza to go to waste because
Yeah.
you made it.
And they,
So
and they would
how
sell
about
it,
we
right?
make each other happy and I give you $10 and I don't have to wait and you
Yeah,
made
you know,
something on the pizza.
let's just
The
call it a
pizza
day, 10 for you.
exactly. Exactly.
So
And it would work all the time.
I was gonna ask you, what could you please try doing this again? Because I would love for you to do it again. You haven't done it in many years.
Yeah, I'll have to find a pizza place because, like, a lot of these places in Joliet aren't open late. This is definitely like a late night move,
But
right?
you essentially work in Bridgeport where there's a lot of good pizza places. Maybe on your ride home, you stop in. Then you have food for you and Claire when you get to the house. This is
But
great, a great idea.
it's more likely to happen later at night when you've got like drunk people ordering or and just forgetting about it or
Yeah.
stuff like that. People ordering pizza at 4 o'clock in the afternoon are usually gonna go and pick that pizza up.
Yeah, I feel like though, since you stopped doing this, now like DoorDash, Uber Eats, they're way bigger now. So a lot of those pizzas are prepaid for also. So I feel like it doesn't happen as often. Like it's before people would just call in,
Well, that's
they'd be
true.
drunk.
That's true. That's true. Like they'd call. Yeah, that's true. I mean, we do live now in a Uber Eats, DoorDash society, but I'm sure still lots of people call a pizza place directly, right?
I do.
Oh, yeah,
It's
right.
cheaper. It's
So
cheaper.
you give it a try.
See,
Maybe
there's not many.
maybe that's what somebody was doing was ordering a pizza, sending it to your address. You're not home, and then they slide on by and pick up the pizza.
Yeah, you never know. Um, One other thing I want to mention before we wrap things up here. Did you see now Subway is making major moves? When I talk about Subway is like all the way at the bottom at this point. I would never go to Subway unless out of complete desperation, right? Until they bust out great deals. They had that crazy deal on their app. What was it? Like 6.99 for a foot
It
long or
was
something?
it was like 6.99. Yep.
So now they have a 6.99 6-inch meal deal, which isn't a great deal, but the 9.99 meal deal for a foot long. So for 9.99, you get a foot long, chips, and a drink. That's a pretty good deal, in 2025.
That's not bad. The only problem is, no disrespect to the two subways around here that I've been to, they just haven't been very good. Like Subway is kind of like the poster child for that's not the way the food looks in the commercial.
Yeah.
I mean, Subway just couldn't look any sadder when you get it. I mean, it's like opening up the worst Christmas present ever. You unwrap that thing and you just lose your appetite looking at it. It's just is
Yeah.
not. The bread is all flat and shit, and
Yeah.
it's like, were you guys playing with this in the back?
Were you playing baseball with the loaves of bread? It's fucking disgusting. It's not bad though. If you go to Subway, you load it up with extra mayo, get some other sauces, the Chipotle mayo just to mix it up, oil, vinegar. you put all that on there. I feel like it's good enough,
Yeah, I would
especially if
need
you
to
put it up.
definitely create my own sandwich. When I did that 6.99 deal, I just did it with the whatever their gargantuan is called, right?
Yeah,
Because they had it and it was and they you could use it for part of the deal. So I just did that because it was the best value, right? It was a
yeah.
16.99 sandwich for 6.99. So I'm like, let's try this. And it was just awful.
It's
It
like when I
was
had
really
when, when
bad.
when we worked at the Loop and I had that mattress firm endorsement. I bought the most expensive mattress. I didn't even lay on it. I'm like, that one. Like I just I just bought whatever the most expensive mattress was. I'm like, it has to be the best because it's the most expensive, but it wasn't. Like, I'll take that
Yeah,
Tempur-Pedic right there. No, no, the expensive one, like the $4,000 mattress, the five, whatever it was. It was crazy. $6,000, something crazy. But it's like, you're right. When you get a deal like that, you always want to get the most expensive item.
like whenever a restaurant has or fast food joint where it's like buy one get one of equal or lesser value
Oh yeah.
free.
Yeah. You don't
Don't
fuck
buy
around with that.
one for lesser value. That's called stupid. You buy this one, you get two of the same. If you bought a jumbo, don't buy a jumbo and get a mini for free. Get two jumbos.
Roker, can you say your quote, please?
Painful price is embarrassing. It is. It is. Claire will bring home food. She's like, I went to so and so. Or she'll come up just something as simple as she'll come home with a pop from somewhere. I'm like, why didn't you go to McDonald's? They're $1.
You would make a separate trip to McDonald's to get a drink.
Well, she's like, I'm like, why did you stop at Wendy's and get a drink where you could have gone a block down the street and gotten a
uh,
McDonald's for $1? There's still things that need to be
she needs
taught.
to learn.
You
Yeah.
you got to do them over and over so they're ingrained.
Yeah.
So they're ingrained in your mind.
Hey, there's dudes who played basketball with Michael Jordan their whole careers and they still can't play like Michael Jordan.
Right. It's well,
You're the greatest. There's just
well,
nothing, no, there's not many people that could do what you do.
not many people are as cheap as I am. Not many people as cheap as I am, dude. I like my wife bought one of those digital photo frames. I know it's 1996. She
Yeah.
bought one of those digital photo frames. And so it just goes, it's in our living room and it just goes through photos like every 5 seconds. She just keeps loading more stuff in there. And
Yeah.
I'll be walking past and I'll be wearing the exact same clothes from like 8 years ago. I'll still have
2001.
the same shirt on.
Oh my God. Oh, all right. Well, we'll wrap it up on that. Oh, it's funny. Speaking of extra mayo, so I put up this thing on the Slob Show Facebook group about a hack to get extra mayo, like where you call your uncle and you say he wants more. This Reddit, it's like really popular Reddit page picked it up and they cropped it. They took my post, they put it on Reddit, and all these people are just talking shit. They're like, what a fucking moron. What an idiot. Like, if he wants extra mayo, just ask for it. Like, they take everything so literally. It's crazy. But this like this huge Reddit page picked it up and they're all talking shit about my technique. So
Well, people love to talk shit. They can't it doesn't like and this is why I love the Slob Show Facebook page because the Slob Show Facebook page isn't about haters. It's about
no,
embracing this culture,
yeah, exactly.
right? It's about embracing it. So we all have fun with it and we all help each other out and give each other hacks and tell everybody, hey, so and so's got 2 for 1 this today or
It's a
whatever.
judgment free zone.
Like, for example, Claire was kind enough to go out and
Oh,
pick up the Philly cheesesteak Pringles.
oh, just to try it for the page.
Yes. I
Do you
was
want to do a taste test now or what? What are we
I'm
doing here?
really not interested in tasting Philly cheesesteak Pringles, to be perfectly honest with you. I was hoping to find because they've come out with beer can chicken and beer Pringles,
Oh,
and beer brat and beer Pringles,
damn.
but you can't find them anywhere.
I'm sure you'll find them.
Well, and I called their PR department to try and get a sample. And I guess they told me to go F myself because I haven't heard from them.
How did you find the PR department?
I don't know. It's like, once upon a time, I used to be good at stuff like that. I'll come across something where it's like,
Oh my
we had
god.
so and so on the show, and we had so and so on the show, and I'm like, how did I do that? I don't even know how I even did that.
The PR department for
I don't
Pringles.
even yeah, right. It's like, how do I have the PR department for Pringles?
God, you're the
Well, here
master.
we go. So does it?
Oh, you are going to try them.
I'm gonna try it just because I'm a team
That's
player.
very nice of you. What
But
a
see,
guy.
I like, as far as Pringles are concerned, I like regular plain
Yeah.
Pringles. I want my Pringles to taste like Pringles.
I've
I don't
never been a
know.
fan of Pringles.
I don't know if I like the smell of this. Okay, pardon my crunchy here, but let's see here.
Oh, it's a nice crunch.
Wow. Well, I guess to give it credit, it does taste a little like Philly cheesesteak.
Oh.
Like I'm getting like there's like some onion powder on here.
Now, once you pop, will you be able to stop? That's the question.
I'll be able to stop with this, that's for sure, unless the edibles kick in or something.
Do you ever notice that when you're about to, and you have like 6 refrigerators and freezers full of food, but like, so you probably always have pretty good options. But do you ever find yourself, and I've been doing this a lot late at night, where you just start eating bullshit that's not even like good? Like I was eating like pretzels and dipping them in butter the other night. Like I made a grilled cheese with a hamburger bun it was just like,
Oh yeah. Oh, I've done that. Oh yeah. Yeah. All the time.
but you feel like complete shit and it's not satisfying at all. But I'm dipping pretzels in butter at
Yeah,
like 2 in the
that's
morning.
kind of like this would be like slob rock bottom, kind of, really.
Ah, ah.
When you're like eating food that disgusts you and it doesn't even please you.
Yeah,
If it doesn't please you, there's no
yeah.
need to eat it. Really.
No,
Because it's not
but
doing
it's all you have.
its purpose.
But it's all you have in the house. So you're eating it, but then at the end you're like, fuck, what a major mistake. I
Oh, I've
wasted all
done it.
those calories.
I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot these potato chips were on sale like 9 months ago. No, they're expired by like 6 months, but that's all I got.
I
So
bought I don't even eat cream cheese, and I think I'm lactose intolerant, right? So
I'm
I bought
fairly confident you're lactose
I am,
intolerant.
I am, and I'm a fucking idiot. And I bought a tub of cream cheese, and because I'm a fucking moron, I don't even eat the small cream cheese, but I bought a fucking tub this
Oh, was
big.
this the Costco one? It's like this?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
have
like
that right now.
yeah, yep. I bought that
So,
too.
so I have jalapenos because I like jalapenos, right? So last night I cut. This was like 1:30 in the morning because I was hungry and I have nothing to eat. So I cut up jalapenos. I put cream cheese on them, and then I put honey on them. It was disgusting, and I ate them, and then I felt like shit. And then I had like I immediately had a bunch of nightmares all night.
You weren't high? You weren't
No,
drunk? This was
nothing.
yeah, yeah, like I said, it's kind of like slob rock bottom. It's a bad it's a bad feeling. It's a
But you're
really, really bad feeling.
but
And
I'm not gonna
Lord
like
knows
take the
I've
burger.
tried, like, I'm like, Claire, I've got just buy some oranges. Just go get some oranges. So if I get hungry, I'll eat these oranges. And I'll push the oranges aside to get to the crate of stuff that I brought home from the candy convention a year ago.
Like today
Eating
at work,
hard taffy and shit.
like at work here, right? Like I brought some bananas, right? So I'm like, oh, this is great. I'll eat these bananas. But then they had some Kit Kats sitting out, and then they had some fruit snacks. These Mott's fruit snacks are my favorite fruit snacks. They have them here. So I ate like 3 bags of those with the Kit Kat, and I'm drinking this like C4 energy drink, which is 0 calories, but still. It like
Yeah, and it got
completely fucks
180 grams of caffeine in it.
yeah, 200 yeah, it's 200 and
Yeah.
It just like when we were about to start the slop show, I'm like, God, I feel fucking horrible right now. But it's from all that sugar.
Yeah, I know.
So
You
you're
gave
right. It is.
you gave a tip out about a month ago about the Cara oranges, and those were very good.
Oh yeah, with the weird peels. They're like
It's like
ugly
they got
orange.
like they're like if you ever see them, it's like they've got like puffy pregnant nipples. It's like
Exactly.
that's what they look like. But
I was
those
at Whole
they're
Foods
really
yesterday to
good.
buy those jalapenos, and I saw I was going to buy some, but they're really expensive there. So I'm like, I have to go to a different. I'm sick of when you go to Whole Foods. It's like you have a bag of oranges, and they're like, all right, $31. I'm like, what? $31? What
Yeah,
the fuck?
that's another one where it's like, okay, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna go to Whole Foods. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get that.
Yeah.
And yeah, that lasts like 2 trips.
Oh, you know what else I did at Costco, which is their pizza is the least like I need to fucking get some Caesar dressing or some spice, some salt or so anything to their pizza has no flavor. And I ate a fucking slice of pizza at Costco yesterday for no reason. And it wasn't satisfying.
Just
It's
because
like,
it was there.
yeah, and I'm like, yeah, you know, you just eat it, but like they're like Gene and Jude's is satisfying every time.
Yep.
Johnny's beef is satisfying every time. Jersey Mike's is satisfying every time. There's certain meals that every time when I eat them, they're Hooters wings. They're so satisfying. I'm happy. You ate 4,000 calories, but you leave happy. There's these we have to stop eating these meals that aren't satisfying because there's no point of eating them.
It's right, exactly. You're gaining nothing. I mean, at least if you're gonna put the weight on, or you're gonna ingest all the salt, or you're gonna eat the stuff that's bad for you, at least have an endorphin rush as a result, right? At
Yeah,
least feel good about it at the end,
yeah.
right? So when you're not feeling good about it, that's a huge sign. Yeah. Just don't. And it's like I say, like when I talk about when you eat at the buffet, right? If you don't like it, don't eat it, right? You go and you put like 8 different things on your plate. You don't have to eat all 8 things. If you don't like it, don't eat it. Go back and get the stuff you
Yeah.
do like.
So that's our new mantra on the slob show. Eat like a slob, but make sure it's satisfying food. Like
That's right.
we have to stop eating pretzels and dipping them in butter. We have to stop cutting up jalapenos and putting cream cheese and honey, which is disgusting. Like this shit I've been doing because I have no food at my house. Unless I want to cook a burger, which I don't feel like doing at 1:30 in the morning. So we have to figure out a way to
I ate
have
pretzels and
satisfying
dipped them in
snacks.
butter 3 weeks ago. I was where the hell was I? Oh, that's what it was. I was at a Blackhawks game and got like a giant pretzel, but never ate it. Took it home and then went and got some Kerrygold butter out of the fridge, put it in a container, melted it, and was dipping the pretzel in the butter and eating it.
That's the key to know you're a slob. If you dip stuff in butter. In fact, that's like your initiation to be in this group, the Slob Show Facebook group. You have to dip pretzels in butter.
Dude, 2 things I vowed to never eat again as an adult was margarine and skim milk, because they were the only things I had when I was a kid. We
Yeah.
would only have butter at Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, milk on the holidays. Other than that, it was skim milk. It was awful. And so now it's not just butter, it's like super fat butter, right?
Double whipped.
It's like, like we said, get some pleasure out of it. Get some
Yeah,
pleasure out of it. It's
exactly.
okay. If you're not getting pleasure out of it, that's a sign. Here's your sign.
And that's why we can never be on Ozempic because number one, it fucks you up. But number two, you can't enjoy food anymore.
Well, being someone that, had the stomach surgery, by the way, 6 years ago now, 26 years ago. I can't believe it.
You were the first patient. You started it. You were
Dude,
the
I
first
might as
person
well
to
have been, dude. And I was just thinking the other day, dude, I had the fucking LASIK eye surgery live on the air.
I had LASIK in 2006 and it still works. My eyes are still pretty good.
Mine worked for about 10 years. And now it doesn't anymore. But
Not at all.
yeah. not at all. Um, but at least it was expensive.
Mine was
Um,
free. When I worked in Miami in 2006, part of my contract, they gave me a jet ski, and I worked there like less than a year. I did an endorsement for this LASIK place. I got free LASIK, and I lost the job 3 weeks after I did the LASIK. The guy who did my LASIK did The Rock. He did Dan Marino. He was the top guy. And it's proof because it's still working 20 years later. But I was supposed to do commercials for the LASIK place and for the jet ski place. And I got let go and I got free LASIK. I didn't even have to do one commercial. And then they're like, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. I'm going to need that jet ski back.
yeah, right.
I was holding it hostage. And I remember seeing the station vehicle driving past my apartment because they thought the jet ski was going to be somewhere by my apartment. But
Like
I was
it
actually
sitting out in the yard like an old couch.
yeah. Yeah. So they were driving past my apartment. I saw the station vehicle, but I had it in some dude's yard because I only had one parking spot. So they negotiated a deal with me to get their jet ski back. They gave me like thousands of dollars in the negotiation.
Well, see, they learned something very valuable. Get the jet ski back before you fire them.
Exactly.
Right? They learned a very, very valuable lesson there. Yeah,
Also, don't have someone endorse a LASIK place and then plan on, like, if they knew they were getting rid of me, like, why would they let me go through and get the free LASIK? Like, we completely fucked over that dude with the LASIK.
but it's radio, dude. It's like one day you're like the greatest thing in the world, and the next day you're fired. That's just how it happens.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was
And my
hilarious.
LASIX was free because I did it on the air, but I ended up getting Claire LASIX. I ended up getting my niece LASIX.
For free?
No, not for free, at a discount, but they still got it. And it worked for all of it. But the guy who did mine, like he was doing all the Chicago Bears. I remember, because you'd go there and he'd have all the right. I'm sure you went to this guy's office and he had Dan Marino's signed picture
Oh,
on the
yeah.
wall.
And there were like hot chicks all over working there and everything.
And I remember Glenn Allen Hill from the Cubs got his eyes done there. And 2 weeks later, he hit a home run on top of a roof across the street. He hit the ball on top of a rooftop 2 weeks later. I'm like, that's a pretty good endorsement.
Yeah.
He's seeing the ball pretty good.
Man.
So,
all right. Well, we're out of time here. All right. We'll be back next week, I think, right?
that's the plan.
What I'm guessing. I mean, you never know.
And again, if you haven't, tell your friends about the Facebook group. Join if you haven't joined already. If you've got food hacks, you got restaurant hacks, you hear about different things, post it. Let everybody know about it.
And we want to see the pictures. We want to see your pictures. Like, we don't mind the links of stuff, but it's better if it's your personal stuff.
Right. Exactly.
And share if you want. If you like this podcast, share it. Share it with your friends. That'd be very nice.